Hey, what's up YouTube? Just continuing the video on this mixer. Gonna show you the rest of the MIDI capabilities of this mixer. Show you how to MIDI this, and the crossfader. So now I'm gonna show you how to MIDI these up faders and these parameter knobs for every channel. The way you do it is the way MIDI works automatically once you update to the 2000 firmware version. If I move this and MIDI map it, the audio will move at the same time. And there's another option which I'll show you in a little bit, but I'm going to show you exactly how this works. So, in order for me to MIDI, let's say this up fader for my echoes, I have to hit MIDI first. Go to the MIDI setup. Click on, let's say, this parameter knob. Move it back and forth, up and down, so it controls it. And then, let's say my on button, gonna assign this here. So now it's both my on and off button. Then you exit out MIDI. So now this moves the parameter, this up fader, and this turns it on and off. Now this is the default style of MIDI capabilities once you update it to the newest firmware. But you can change it through that. I'll show you in a little bit. But this is the way it works. So I have a track playing on this side, and I turn it on. I turn it up. So right now, just my volume's going up and down, not that parameter knob. The parameter knob doesn't get affected until I turn this on, and then it moves on. And now it moves with the volume. So if I was to go even louder, that thing will go all the way down to the other side. This is the default setting on the newest firmware update. And so say I want to activate echo. Oh, it didn't work. So I activated echo, it's running. I press the MIDI button and I stop it. And you can barely hear it because the effects knob isn't turned up all the way. If I was to turn this fader all the way up, you'd definitely hear it, but the music would be super loud. So that's MIDI. You can MIDI the knobs and everything, and it will affect the mixer itself. So as you guys saw, if I was actually to turn this up all the way up, the effect, the parameter knob on the echo would actually go all the way and you would actually hear it. But I would probably blow the speakers and I would probably peak this mixer, so I don't even want to try it. But that's one option. I guess that option is great if you're using like Tractor. I know it has the internal mixer. Maybe you want to control the internal mixer instead of this. Don't know why, but you can do that. Now the other option, which is probably the coolest feature of the mixer, one of the coolest, besides, you know, being able to MIDI this and audio at the same time, is the other option that used to be default with the old firmwares, was that if I move this, the audio would stay the same. I could, if I was in MIDI like I am now, and my parameter knob would be all this way, and so the wetness of the effect would be all the way up, and you would definitely be able to hear it. And my audio, if I had it here, when I hit MIDI, my audio level would stay here, even though physically my fader is all the way up here. So I'll show you guys what actually that looks like. The way you activate that, let's exit on MIDI. The way you activate this is you go to utilities again. Everything's done through utilities. Go to MIDI. Enable, what's that? Layer combine. This is the feature. You select layer combine. When well, you select layer, it's combined, so both MIDI and audio is combined at the same time. So you switch this over to divide. This is what you want, the feature, combine and divide. You select it, and you back out of it. Just click that and you're back to default. So now, theoretically, when I hit MIDI now, wait, sorry. So now theoretically, let me deactivate echo. So now, let's say I'm playing this track. So I have that track at that level. So let's say I want to activate the echo or control it. I hit MIDI, and now I went into MIDI. So now, check that out. My fader's all the way up, but my volume is playing at 2. It locks everything. If I was to do this, if I had this sign actually to my parameter knob, and it was there before I hit MIDI, and then I hit MIDI, and then I moved it, it would stay at that. It would stay at 0, the bass. So now let's activate this, and you can hear the echo. See, you can actually hear the echo now. And look, I have the fader all the way down, and I'm still hearing the sound. That's because it's in MIDI. Okay, so let's say you have your effect fader off, and you're done with the effect or whatever, and you want to go back to the volume. Well, see, the volume doesn't do anything while MIDI is turned on. What you do is you unassign it, you hit it, and it'll start flashing. This indicates that your a button or something, a knob here, the fader, has been moved from where it originally was when you started off and went into MIDI. So that won't stop flashing until you move whatever you moved back to its original spot. And since I know that this was what I move it up slowly, by real slowly, and as I'm moving it up, it's counting down till it reaches 0. So once it hits 0 and I move it past 0, volume will start going up. I will finally get full control of the fader again. So this is it. When you move it, like right now it's not doing anything, but once I start moving it, it tells me channel 1 is locked. The first thing is the high, second's mid, third's low, and the fourth is the fader. So it's telling me that the fader is moved, but it's at -10, so I gotta put it up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm at 0. So if I go past 0 now, I have full control. Now the volume's going up. Now I fully killed it. So that is a great feature on this mixer.